Cyber expert and CEO of Computer Forensic Services, Mark Lanterman, says free online people search sites are popping up more and more. And those sites are more intrusive, more precise, and more difficult to hide yourself than any old phone book we've ever seen. Mark trains many high-profile figures, like district court judges, even local celebrities, on how to better protect themselves and keep their information private. And he's seen many examples of people misusing consumer information found online.
There are people who become obsessed with others, maybe bad relationships, maybe someone holds a grudge. And what these services do is they give them a roadmap to their adversary's front door.
Just to show you how quick and easy it is for a stranger to zero in on you and your family, we had Mark work to find as much information as he could on one of our KARE 11 producers.
And I think I have found some of your personal information. Is or was this your address?
Yes.
Who is Brian?
That's my husband.
And who's Chad?
That's my brother-in-law.
And Darren?
My brother.
And Diana?
My mom.
So just by going to a free website, we were able to find your address, your phone numbers, your relatives' associates, and your relatives' addresses. And it took all of 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
What I feel is most troubling here is not only can someone get your address and your phone number, but also your cell phone number, but more importantly, your relatives.
With an address, someone can see the cost of your home. Someone can see your actual home. Someone can see the street you live on and get directions right to your doorstep. Mark says by paying as little as $50, someone could find even more information on you, like where you work, how much you are paid, the car you drive, your charitable donations, your political affiliations, even your gym grade from high school. So how does your personal information get on these sites, especially if you don't share it yourself? Tiffany George, an attorney with the Federal Trade Commission's Division of Privacy and Identity Protection, says data brokers likely sell it to these sites, as these brokers collect and buy consumer information without us even knowing, from everyday things like online or in-store purchases, social media activity, or even magazine subscriptions.
Generally, a lot of this information may be sold or exchanged for, for example, marketing purposes. But there's very little restriction or ways to restrict how that information is used downstream. We want to make sure it's not falling into the hands of identity thieves or fraudsters or others who might misuse that information.
What can you do to protect your information and keep it private? You could opt out of every single site out there, but the FTC says that could almost be impossible.
Currently, it would be pretty onerous for a consumer to track down every data broker that has information about them and figure out what their rights are with respect to that information.
Well, back in 2014, the FTC recommended that Congress require data brokers to be more transparent and give consumers greater control over their personal information. There have been bills, but none have passed. And recently, Senator Al Franken introduced a bill that would fall in line with the FTC recommendation. That bill is headed to the Senate Commerce Committee. If it passes through there, then it will head to the Senate floor for a vote.